A super important area of effortless playing has to do with the right hand, okay? That's an area that we don't really get to a lot in the guitar. In the classical world, we have the Segovia scales, okay? I studied classical guitar for a long time, and one thing I learned from it was a fantastic technique for finger picking that I think relates well to the pick, all right? And it's called preparation, pressure, and release. And this is going to take a little while, but this is something I think that has made an indelible impact on my ability to play with a pick. So I hope you can use a lot of these techniques here. First of all, let's take the concept that the classical guitarist use and the idea of preparation, pressure, and release. Okay, so you take your fingers, and we're playing, usually in classical guitar, the first thing you learn is the I and M, the indizio and medio fingers. Okay, so first and second fingers. What we're looking at here with preparation is to find the sweet spot where the string actually sounds the best. Because actually, let me take my blues sound off. You can play the string in a lot of different ways. You can play it with your nail going straight across the string. Okay? And that's a little bit thinner than this, which is at a slight angle. Okay, it's a lot warmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the warmest, the fullest sound from my nail. I'm going to experiment with it. You can do the same thing with the pick. We'll do that in a second. Ah, that's a good one right there, okay? So, and then I'm going to push it against the string, and I'm going to get an imprint of where it hit the string across my finger, okay? So in my mind, I'm going to try and put that string, the preparation of the string, right in that same spot. So every time I go there, I'm getting that nice warm sound I got, okay? Now the other thing to do is to do it with this other finger. Now we can look at this, the second finger being the upstroke of the pick. So this first finger is the downstroke of the pick. The second stroke is the upstroke, and that's the second finger. So when I play with my first string on my first finger on my first string, I'm going to stop it and prepare it with my second finger and mark that spot as well, with the best sounding spot on that second finger. See how nice and warm that is? So I'm going to go preparation, pressure, I'm pushing the string towards the guitar, release. And that's when the note happens. Now the reason why I'm pushing the string towards the guitar is the string moves like this, doesn't it? It doesn't move like this. And a lot of people pick directly up and down, making that string go like this. What we want to do as much as possible, you can't do it completely, but is to push the string towards the guitar so the sound waves that are created by that string are pulling the sound out of the guitar. Whether it's an acoustic guitar, you're pulling it out of the body, or an electric guitar, you're pulling it out of the pickups. Okay? So that's just a really good technique to use as far as getting good sound out of the guitar. So again, preparation, I found my sweet spot, pressure, I'm pushing down, release, and I stop it with the other finger. Okay? Now let's relate this to a pick. Okay, pick. Got two sides to the pick, of course. Well, let's experiment with it for a while. Do I like this sound? Do I like this sound as much as this sound? Ooh, that's a little warmer. That's much warmer. So I find that the best sound out of my pick comes from a slight angle. All right? Now the trick is, when I'm doing my scales and my practice is to be aware of the different sounds that I'm creating with my pick. Now if I want a nice warm sound, that's a very important thing for me to practice. Now, I don't want this sound. See how much difference there is when you just spend the time to find that sweet spot on that pick. Okay, a lot of guys have no clue about this. And to me, having tone, well, it's part of the 5 T's. Touch, taste, time, tone, and tude, right? It's the 4th T. Okay, so you've got to have tone. So spend the time with your pick. Now, here's the rest of the idea. Preparation, find that sweet spot, right? Found that sweet spot that I'm going to go back to every time. Pressure, putting the pressure on, and release, okay? After I release it, I'm going to stop that string as fast as I can on the upstroke. And I find the sweet spot on the underside of the pick in the same way. Okay, so I'm going to experiment. I don't like that. Oh, that's it. That's the sweet spot. So, preparation, pressure, and release. Preparation, pressure, and release. Preparation, pressure, and release. Okay, I'm stopping everything with the pick. Nothing down here. and nothing over here other than the pick, okay? It's tricky, but if you do it for a couple of days, you're going to have a much better tone. And believe me, in your musical life, tone is just about everything, along with tude and taste and time and intonation, all those T's. Okay, so let's work on this for a second. We're going to do open strings, pressure, preparation, pressure, and release. Just play along with me. Nice consistent sound every time. Now you want to do those about 150,000 times a day and you'll get really hot fast, okay? More realistically, probably just involve it with part of your scale routine. When I was working on this a lot, I still do, I'll sit there and watch telly, for 15, 20 minutes just doing this. And just get that sort of great confidence that I have with each pick, and that's a really important thing to do. Okay, let's take a scale. Okay, we're going to take a scale that we're going to be dealing with a lot in this section, which is the A minor pentatonic. Good place to review that would be any kind of pentatonic scale studies. But we're going to take, now we're going to take this, we're going to start at the C above A, preparation, pressure, and release. A, down to G, down to E, to D, C, A, G, E, D, C, A. Back. Okay. Not real exciting. At the same time, what you're starting to do is build a foundation of tone on the right hand. Also, accuracy is very good for practicing accuracy. Let's take the tempo up a little bit and do the same thing. Very important to remember that I'm stopping the sound not by unmuting my left hand. Mainly it's by, well, it's exclusively by making the pick stop that string. Just that act is extremely delicate, and to get good at it and get quick takes a lot of practice, okay? But so does anything that sounds good.